Welcome to my Scenario Manager video. You may ask, what is a scenario? Well, it is a state of a worksheet that is controlled by one or more cells that might change in value. If and when those values change, the worksheet results will differ, sometimes dramatically. This sample worksheet allows a company to decide how much to pay their sales staff in bonuses. We see the employee names along with their sales to date. Below, we see what are termed as changing cells. You can also think of this as our what if area of the worksheet. In B12, there is a target figure that each salesperson must try to achieve. In B13, there is a percentage that will be used to generate a bonus amount for any salesperson who reached the target. In B14, there is a lower bonus amount that will be paid to any person who did not reach the target. The values in the bonus earned column are entirely dependent upon these three changing cells. Let's build a couple of scenarios based on this information. We'll make one for a low-cost bonus scenario and another for high bonus costs. First, we'll click the Data tab on the ribbon. Then we'll click on the What If button. We'll select the Scenario Manager from the option list. This opens a dialog box where we can build the scenarios. To begin, we'll click the Add button. In this window, we'll type low cost for our first scenario's name. We know that the changing cells are B12, B13, and B14, so we'll type those in. Notice that they are separated by commas. Next, we'll click OK. Now Excel wants to know what values will be in those cells when our worksheet is in a low-cost state. The current values are good for that, so we won't change them. We'll just click OK, which will bring us back to the main dialog box. And there we see our first scenario. Let's make the high-cost one. We'll click Add again. At this next screen, we'll type high cost for the scenario name. There's no need to edit the changing cells. They'll be the same location. So now we'll just click OK. And here we will indicate to Excel what those three cell values would be for a high cost bonus. We'll lower the target value. We'll raise the percentage paid. And we'll be a little more generous to those folks who missed the target. If we had more scenarios to build, we could click Add right here. But for now, we're done, so we'll click OK. And now we see our two scenarios. We can look at them and the differences they cause to our data by simply clicking on a name and then clicking the Show button. You may have to move the window over slightly to see the results, depending on the design of your worksheet. Excel will allow you to build hundreds of scenarios in any worksheet. It is only determined by your computer's memory. When making a presentation to a client or a colleague, you may find it a bit annoying or cumbersome to have to open this window and then move it around. So let me show you how to make this really elegant. We'll put a button for it up here on the Quick Access toolbar. You can see that I already have placed a number of other buttons in this area for easy access. For now, we'll go ahead and close the Scenario Manager. Next, we'll click the Customize Quick Access Toolbar button. A list of commands will appear. These are ones that are frequently added by Excel users, but they don't suit our needs. So we'll click the More Commands option. The window shows popular commands, which are still not what we need. We'll click the down arrow and select Commands Not on the Ribbon. Scroll down to find Scenario, down to the S's. Oh, I went too far. There it is. and I will add that to my toolbar. I'll click the Add button, and then I'll click OK. You will see a new button on the Quick Access toolbar. It should display a circle. Depending on your version of Excel, it might be a different color than mine. On some versions of Excel, the circle is hard to see. It's really almost invisible, but the button will still be there. Now, when you click that button, you'll see a list of any and all scenarios that you have developed for this worksheet. Just click the one you want, and presto, there are your new results. This is a really easy way to move back and forth between the different what-ifs that you might like to set up for your worksheet.